Okay, we are at the trailhead for Pulpit Rock.
Our second and final trail at Cheaha on this trip. There are more, but we'll be back one day.
The lady said this trail is really steep at first.
Okay.
For some yards.
Sounds like you got good customer service.
Oh yeah. She was amped to help too.
Just step carefully and deliberately. You'll be alright. We passed some returning hikers less fresh than us at this point.
Is it worth it?
Yeah.
Looks like it's about to level out a little bit. How you doing up there, Stacy?
It's not too good, Bob. It's like steep and scary.
The rocks and roots make kind of a rough natural staircase.
Ugh. I'm not peddling any particular brand, but always remember to bring water when you do something like this.
If Cora wants to send me a few cases.
But if Cora wants to send me a few cases, it is my favorite water. Leveled out a little bit. It's far less steep than it was. We're coming up on a cool little rock area, rock path. Alright, got some rock.
Cheaha's 2,799 acres of publicly owned recreation area, which includes the mountain, which is the highest elevation in the state of Alabama. It's right next to Talladega National Forest and is Alabama's oldest continuously operating state park. There is a restaurant, lodging, hiking, and camping. Some parts may be closed off due to the virus. It's a great and easy trail once you get past the first steep part.
Is this it?
I think if we got that tusk, not that down, the road down there, like on that rock.
We were officially lost in here, but we see something cool. So we're going off the trail. What harm could ever come from that? No, seriously, this is
That would be hilarious when they find out with our skeleton.
We wondered if this was Pulpit Rock, but we would eventually find out. If you don't know, then it's not. It's a pretty view, though, with the wildflowers and mosses amongst the rocks. Having figured we were at the wrong spot,
that was not in fact Pulpit Rock. We might see it up ahead.
it's worth it to note that I have since done something about the awful rattling coming from my camera.
Good.
A few hundred feet, if that, we come in view of it, the payoff of the hike.
Oh, the serenity, the birds singing, the wind in the trees, the gunfire. Wow. Would you look at this?
There is no mistaking, this is the place.
Coming, Stacy? Would you like to go first?
I'm not really a heights person, especially freestyle with no like rail.
That is true. She is not.
Because if it's just left up to me, I will pitch myself over the edge. I need like government installed gun.
I stepped to the edge and overlooked the land of the Creek, who inhabited this land long before the settlers came. Up here amongst the scrubby dead trees at the edge, you see some beautiful country. My favorite is actually the trees themselves. They take me back to something. Stacy remains a safe distance from the edge. I have to get close. Cheaha means high place and is appropriately named. The placement of another couple gives a little more perspective to the grand scale of the landscape.
And the one beside it?
This is the second outcropping off to the side, still part of Pulpit Rock.
Yeah, I didn't even test that out.
The best I can figure is the dead trees must be the result of lightning strikes.
Yeah, and then you sit down there. I went all the way to the bottom of it and then walked around.
On the way back, a leisurely walk.
And at last we make it back to the steep part you saw in the beginning, well, of this trail. So we made it. That last part wasn't nothing at all.
It was hard. Brian's like, you know that scene in Great Gatsby where Daisy's like, oh, you always look so cool in your beautiful suits. That's how Brian was. Dun, 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 done. And I'm like curling up, crying and sweating.
It's actually,
It's super steep.
yeah, super steep, but only that first little bit. Once you get past that, it levels out. It's just a normal trail. So don't let that scare you away from it.
No, it's worth it.
The trail is awesome, as you've seen by now, hopefully. The sights are just gorgeous. It's just, when you come back up, it's going to be steep, but you can make it.
Or you can like collapse and take a break halfway.
You can do that too.